unfortunately, Derek, we're going to have to let you go.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't mind being fired from a racist company. I've been auto applying on Sprout plenty times, and I don't mind looking for another job. It'll be pretty easy for me.
Hi guys, welcome back again to another video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to watch my videos. If this is your first time here, my name is Julie. You are welcome to Julie Harrison Reacts. Don't make it your last by subscribing. I came across these videos and it's blowing up right now on TikTok.
A white-owned company is about to lose everything over discrimination. So in case if you don't know what is trending right now on TikTok, this young guy called Joseph actually called out his company because they fired him based on his looks. Information has it that he got called and discharged simply because of his skin type and of course his hair type. This has gotten a lot of people reacting. They kept wondering, does it mean in 2025 we still have certain people discriminate each other simply because of our skin type and our hair type? Make it make sense? As always, I was able to put together some videos and reactions coming from people and I can't wait to share. Please do watch these videos and let me know what you think in the comments.
Hey, Derek, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Well, I appreciate you for hopping on a quick one-on-one call with me. I wanted to talk with you specifically because, unfortunately, there have been some concerns over your appearance, specifically your hair.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I already took out the cornrows, so yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, well, it's not about the cornrows, Derek. It's more so your hair texture and length. It does not fit our company standards.
How so?
Well, many things. It's the coil that you have in, and I guess for a lack of better words, it's the kinkiness of the hair. It does not fit our company protocols at all. We either need you to straighten it, cut it down to an appropriate length, or, unfortunately, Derek, we're going to have to let you go.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't mind being fired from a racist company. I've been auto applying on Sprout plenty times, and I don't mind looking for another job. It'll be pretty easy for me.
All right, Derek. Well, like I said, we have a lot of higher ups and a substantial board of directors that have a lot of eyes on us, so we want your hair to look normal.
Yeah.
I would appreciate you if you could either reconsider or best of luck.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
Unless you can show me somewhere where I signed predating when I had this done with my hair, you're gonna have to shove it. Like, I really don't get what the problem is with black hair. Like, does our hair scare you or something? Are y'all mad because we have to use specific shampoo and stuff like that for our grade of hair? Like, seriously? Now, I know a lot of people will be looking at this and be like, oh, whatever, that's malarkey, right? If it's malarkey, why did they have to make this? Like, y'all are so endangered from our hair follicles that we have to seek protection from you motherfuckers, from the government, because y'all want to fire us over our hair. Now, I know a bunch of people will probably be like, oh, that's not how your hair naturally grows. And technically, you're right. That's not how it grows. That's why we do these hairstyles, so that it will grow in a maintainable way. I mean, everybody don't look right with the greased up comb over. You know what I'm saying? To be quite honest, I don't know if y'all seen the little hairline challenge that the white guys are doing. Y'all might need to come to our side to get a little bit of touch up on that shit. But back to the subject at hand, we cannot help how our hair naturally grows. We don't want our shit to look like y'all's, because that's even more work to make it look like y'all shit. And quite frankly, we probably don't want to get along with the dog smell. But I hope he gets you for every penny that he can. Have a good one.
Instead of being able to say this in the comment section, you're going to hear me say this out loud. I would say to literally quit your job. But the best advice, I don't know, you probably have another second job that you probably have. If you're working 2 jobs, okay. You got that job where I believe this so-called Kevin will tell you to actually cut the damn hair. I swear, people just be hating us black folk, for no reason. Dude, I hope you get a good job because you can quit this first one. If you don't have a second job, honey, it's best to find a second job. That's my best advice for you. Because me telling you to quit right away, I don't know. Like I said, things are already getting harder as it is. And where you probably live at may be easy for you. I don't know. But yeah, if you got a second job, quit that one. Because ain't no way in hell you can actually go ahead and shave bald for this dude to actually not like the texture of your hair that you actually been born with. Honey, that is your crown. I can understand the fact that the corals may have been kind of sweating slightly too much. Whatever. Because what I've learned as a female, of course, some certain hairstyles, like the hair color and stuff, and for certain companies, may not approve of that. Okay? But let's be real. Listen, I have a freaking mohawk. I'm not going to shave my whole entire head just because a damn Aaron does not like the texture of the hair that I've been born with. Look, y'all got your own hair textures. We got our own. There are basically some of the Caucasians who actually have respected our good old hair culture and done it right. And of course, us black people have done y'all's hair the right way out of love. I'm not even going to ask why, because it'll be a foolish reason. I say foolish. I mean, whatever your doggone reason is for hating us, it's a jealousy. That's so obvious. You're so fed up to the fact that we're making this good history here. Oh well. The stuff that we pretty much invented, the black person who actually invented something, yeah. Making history, honey. Huh. But my God, I hope you have a second job because you can quit that first one. But please do have a second job. Alright? Don't shave your hair for that motherfucker. Don't shave your hair for that motherfucker. Don't shave your hair for anybody. That's your hair decision. Your hair. Your motherfucking hair. Okay? Now rest my case. Good night.
I call bullshit. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Okay? Some dude heard something about women talking about the texture they have, seen Michelle Obama, and just made a video about it. It is not hard to tell your homeboy, hey, do this prank with me. Do this prank with me. We not gonna get in trouble because it's harmless. You get me? Boy, this ain't nothing but rage bait, bro. I don't believe this. I do not believe this at all. At all. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't know where the fuck. You get me? Do you really? Really? I've lived in America all my nobody do that, bro. People don't do that.
Hey, FYI, for all you liberals with the face piercings that can't get a job, no employer in the world is going to hire a person that looked like they got slapped in the face with a fishing tackle box. Yep.
Why ain't your bitch ass at work? Why ain't your bitch ass at work? I'm doing my job. I am doing my job. And before I had this job, I was a soldier, a supply sergeant in the United States Army. So why do these things bother you? And why ain't your bitch ass at work? Shouldn't you be out actually, fucking working? Instead of opening your jaw meat here on the talk? Where your job at, home? Where's your job? You have one, right? Then what the fuck? Why ain't you doing it? You too busy being in everybody else's fucking business not to mind the one that actually pays you. You know, your fucking job. Take your bitch ass to work. Go to work. You yapping off at the fucking gums. Time is money, homie. Why don't you take your motherfucking ass to work? Y'all kill me with this. I'm going to give you some fucking advice nobody wanted, bullshit ass videos. Because every time, it always ends up being the exact same thing. Some advice your motherfucking ass ain't following. So go to work. Go the fuck to work. I work here. I make videos. I edit videos. I have a talk show. Fuck you doing? Why are you... Who told you this was a good time for you to do any of this shit? When the fuck anybody ask you to do any of this shit? No one told you? Then go the fuck to work. Mind the business that pays you, home. Stop worrying about whether or not somebody has ear piercings or nose piercings and shit like that. Why the fuck you patting their pockets? How would you like it if I patted yours? How would you like it if I showed up at your fucking job and told you to work harder? What if I told your boss, instead of you actually working, you over here doing this stupid shit? How would you like it? Take your monkey ass to work. Go that way. Go to work or wherever, whichever way you going, go the fuck to work. Stop worrying about other people. Stop pocket watching. Nobody give a fuck about your dumbass advice. Take your monk ass to work. Fuck wrong with you?
Well, I don't plan to utilize the full 10-minute window that TikTok has for explanations upon longer videos. But what I will say is I will utilize as much time as needed to further explain everything that I'm about to say next. What you're seeing right now, if you've not kept up with my more recent posts upon my page, I had my hair up in a protective style with 4-strand twists and lock knots. And as you can see, as of today, or should I say yesterday, I had to take my hair down. Now, the company jacket that you see that I have is this company here, which is a company that's been around for about the past 300 years. And their Houston location is off of 6001 Antoine Road, Houston, Texas. And I believe the zip code is 77061 or something along of that nature. The reason why I'm in this fashion with this jacket on is because I was wrongfully terminated by this company yesterday solely because of my hair. My hiring supervisor, Mr. Eduardo Martinez of Hispanic descent, decided to tell me yesterday that I needed to do something, quote unquote, do something with my hair or I would be sent home. The same, mind you, this is the same person that interviewed me about a month ago almost, because I started this job on July the 28th of last month through a temp agency, should I say. And of course, we all know that Texas is an at-will state when it comes to hiring and firing of others. However, it was brought to my attention when I went to go retrieve my steel toe boots this morning. Another supervisor said that you can't get fired for wearing personal protective equipment, especially because of the fact that I made the adjustments, I made the accommodations, and I respectfully told my hiring supervisor at that time that I wish that there was another alternative as to the way we could have went about this matter, and still got reprimanded. 10:44 p.m., not on yesterday, but the day before, which was this past Tuesday, he had came to me on the floor while I was setting up my line to do my work and told me that I needed to go do something about my hair or he would have to send me home. So upon taking that into consideration, I told him, hey, I can go ahead and do so, but it would take some time. So me going into the locker room for 2 hours, mind you, because it was about 12:30 by the time I got finished. And that was the time where we went on our first break. So it took me about 2 hours to go ahead and do so. I go upstairs to sit there and find one of the supervisors or my hiring supervisor to let them know, hey, I did the adjustments so no one would think that I abandoned my job or I went home at free will, because it took 2 hours for me to take my hair down. Now, mind you, because this is a paint factory and the sensitivity of a lot of chemicals prevent us from having our phones on the floor, likewise water per se, I couldn't go up to the office with phone up in hand. So I couldn't even record my own call for my own safety because of the sensitivity of the warehouse environment. So it was just I myself up there alongside with Mr. Martinez. I proceeded to tell him, or matter of fact, I told him that, hey, my hair is part of my heritage. That's part of my culture where I come from. He proceeded to be tone deaf, disregard the matter, and still decided to double down upon policy. Mind you, this was the same person that interviewed me and saw that I had a head full of hair and jokingly made a joke about that I would potentially have to cut it one time while we were changing clothes up in the locker room to go ahead and get dressed for work. And I, on today, after making the adjustments, respectfully stating my defense, I get fired. Not because of attendance, because I showed up on time all the time. Not because of temperament, because there was no attitude up on the floor at all, or even when we discussed this matter, but because of genetics. What grows out of my scalp, what I made the accommodations and adjustments towards to make the hard hat fit up on top of my head. And now, as I try to look for lawyers, it's going to be much more tedious to try to get a proper lead on a case like this, because every lawyer wants their fees up front, which I expect, respect, and understand. But how on earth can that be so when literally I can't even find a good leg of a lawyer to stand on right now? Like, this is the second time that this has happened to me, man. In 2 years, should I say. I'm sorry, 3. Where my hair is considered bad judgment for a job that I've worked with no problems. And now all of a sudden, with making the accommodations respectfully and still keeping my hair up in place, I get fired. This is the times that we live in now, where culture gets disregarded, your ethnicity is challenged or judged, instead of your work ethic and showing up to work being the overall determining factor of your performance and contingency to retain and sustain a job. I literally have no words to express my contempt towards this situation, because it's flat out wrong. And of course, what point is it trying to sit there and explain it to your parents or anybody else, because they're going to be so quick to judge, because all they know is the corporate lifestyle and they don't even have locks. The time to have a support system is critically needed, but all I have is pretty much myself, because I'm the only one in both sides of my family that has a head full of locks. When you want to cry, you can't, because society says that you can't because of your gender, and you have to figure things out and keep moving forward. It's unhealthy to acknowledge your emotions, be in tune with your emotions, but you can't express them because, you have no one to express them to. And even if you do, you have to worry about your expressions being weaponized against you, being taken out of context, or them spinning a narrative about themselves when that wasn't the case, because you came to them in confidence about the matter. Now, I know for a fact that attention spans may be very limited and nigh, because we're in a time of instant gratification. But if you manage to make it to this point where we're at 6 minutes and 56 seconds of this video, I truthfully appreciate you taking the time out to listen. Now, as we enter up into the 7-minute mark and we're 5 seconds into that, I must bid y'all adieu, because I still have responsibilities that I have to maintain. Of course, alone by myself, as usual. All I can say is I got to give thanks to God for blessing me to look nothing like what I've endured and keeping me off up in a proper headspace when I have basically every right to really relapse. But unfortunately, that does not do anything except for take you off your path that you're walking on correctly and righteously. So, yeah. Didn't get fired for back talk, but getting fired for being compliant and respectful towards the regards of adjusting my hair. Wow. Wow is all I can say to that.
In as much as what I'm about to say here is bitter, but this is actually a reality. You see racism, it is here to stay. It is indeed here to stay. Because in as much as this Joseph guy called out this supposed company that he was going to start work, according to him, he said he had cornrows, and the company initially started off with, we don't like your skin type, blah, blah, blah. And he told them that he has taken off the cornrows, like he's looking way more responsible. Then went down to tell him that they feel like it is kinky. We already know that black hair is naturally like a kinky texture. It's not as silky as theirs. You know, I just don't know. In as much as I understand the fact that they were just trying to like come out, they don't want people to start feeling that they're only practicing racism. They were just trying to twist the whole thing so it would look as if Joseph guy was not really dressed, like he didn't really come out as a professional based on his looks and everything. He wouldn't call to tell me that if this Joseph guy is actually palm colored, he would get all these drags. You can't tell me that he would face what he faced in his supposed job, you know, because of his skin type. Because, yeah, he had his should I say, silky hair packed, nobody would come all out for him. But simply because he had a kinky texture hair, which is applicable, should I say, common with the black folks, they had issues with it. They fired him. I went to the comment section of that video. A lot of people were still calling him out, and they were like, see, you must sue this company. You must sue them. Even some lawyers in their midst said they were going to take it up, that he should just contact them. There is no way you'll be fired simply because of the way you look. We are trying so hard to abolish this whole thing, right? We are trying everything possible to take this off, because a lot of people has actually lost their lives over this nonsense. Some people they've lost their daily income, the way like their finances and how they literally survive, simply because of these mistakes. I wouldn't say mistake. I don't want to mention the names because of some YouTube guidelines. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's just what I'm talking about. So this Joseph calling out and him getting off his work, he actually told them that of course he's going to start looking for other jobs. You know, it's due to frustrations. And people are stitching the videos. People are reacting. They felt like, I cannot think that although some people were like, are you sure he wasn't trying to prank people? Where was he recording? How come he knew what they were going to say? That is what I don't know. But maybe he actually had a feeling, or maybe someone actually snitched that this is about what the company is about to do. Because remember, he has underwent some series of interviews with this company. I think he has passed every step. He's just about to take up the jobs. And then he got called, probably the final lap, and they had issues. According to the report, I actually heard that his name, he has a white name. So that they kind of invited him for all those things because they felt like he's palm colored. Then seeing him, they felt disappointed. So they were just trying to look for any way, any means to get rid of his job from him, make it make sense. This is actually a very sad reality, and people are not having it. The likes of Thomas, the likes of lots of people that already stitched their videos, they are literally blowing up, and they felt like, when will this stop? On a daily basis, we get call people out over this, and then when is this going to stop? When will people have their sanity and have their lives back? Like, I don't know what is going on with these people. Please do let me know what you think about this whole video shared here. Remember, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment. This content is really for educational purposes and, of course, creating awareness on the recent trends happening on social medias. Let me know your thoughts on what Joseph said. Do you think he should have actually come up to the work looking, professional without having any cornrows initially before him taking it out and all that? Or do you think people should not bother about people's looks? Irrespective, just let them meet up with the qualification and just employ them regardless how they look. Thank you guys once again for watching up until now. My name is Julie. You are welcome to Julie Harrison React. Don't make it your last by subscribing. I'm going to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.